waiting. Does anyone have any questions?
You obligated to turn over PowerPoint presentations?
I never have. Never have. They don't ask me, so I don't. If they ask me, one time I played a bit of a, not controversial, but sort of out there PowerPoint for my closing argument, and the prosecutor was actually a decent guy, and so I told him what I was going to do. But I never have.
I actually, in my jurisdiction, have seen the prosecutors sleep more bad shit, so I have had to ask to see the PowerPoints, and the judge will go through and say, no, first slide, no, and edit. And it's unfortunate that we can't, bust it out on them, but they usually ask for some of those.
The problem with that is it's sort of giving away your
I know, it's bad, but I mean, you have some decent rules on what you can't argue. You can't inflame the jury with, and if you don't lock this guy up, then he's gonna go out on the street, he's gonna kill your baby. I mean, you can't do that stuff, and they'll, inflame the passions of the jury, and you've really got, I don't want to go over this, but we've got some issues we have to deal with in our jurisdiction.
What we can try. The thing is, when you do that, the videos don't necessarily transfer. But we'll try, and then if the videos don't play, I'll just show them how to hook them up. So no big deal. You guys don't care. We have some technical difficulties here. I have a job.
Speaking of that, Andrea, what, if anything, have you done if it doesn't work out? If there is, and you've done your thing, you checked it out in the morning, the moment you want to play it, right before, the jury's on the edge of their seats waiting for you.
I'll tell you exactly what I do. Everything that I'm going to use on here, I have a backup for. And today I have it here also. So he's going to do his stand-up comedy routine while I put this on the jump drive. I always have a backup. There's always an Elmo. You can always put the hard photo on the Elmo. And as boring as that is, you can do it. Or you can always get out your DVD and play, that way. It's just not as fancy.
And how is this preserved for record? Do you have to give it,
No, if you use them in closing arguments, it's really more demonstrative, and you would never put that in.
Okay.
I'm just taking it from my computer, putting it on a jump drive, putting it on their computer, and we'll see if we can get it to work. But throw out questions, too.
So this is like the technology thing?
This? Yeah. I know.
Because it's technology, or maybe this is like a lack thereof of
But
technology.
see, it's no tech, high tech. Exactly what we said it was going to be.
Just want to make sure that I'm in the right place. I haven't seen any technology yet.
Hard ass. All right.
Does your judge require that you only incorporate into your PowerPoint things that have been admitted into evidence?
Nope. Nope, not at all. Not at all. In fact, I have actually done some really out there things, so, which I'm going to show you.
Go back to where the camera is.
Yeah, you'd think the length of the cord would dictate just how
Yeah,
far
just-
away
there's a-
anything could be, right?
Right.
Maybe get that. Maybe this is the retrofitted thing.
Alright. Let's just see if it. Alright, we'll see if the video is hooked up since we did big transfer. Oh. There we go. Alright. Good job, round of applause. Way to go. Oh, well, that's okay. Let's just see. We have sound, we have video.
She turned it up too much.
Alright, ready, people?
That was really mean.
Alright, yeah, we woke you up. Alright, here we go, get your ears ready, 'cause we're not sure.
Still,
How about 40? Yeah.
Sound check as well.
Yeah, okay, these are all good lessons to learn. Alright. Alright, one more time. Here we go, get your ears ready.
It's still got a little bit lower.
I didn't drink it all last night.
And it's too loud for you, Aaron.
That's just not hanging on.
Alright, I think this is gonna be perfect now.
That's objective.
See, before, and actually, before I do anything, I always do the sound and I stand back in the courtroom to see how it's gonna play. Make sure your cursor, which is always here, is out of the picture, because it's annoying. Okay, I made that slide, I downloaded that from YouTube. I saw, I was sitting there watching the news and they showed this, and I said, I bet someone put that on YouTube. So I downloaded that from YouTube, and then I used Movie Maker, which is on your computer, and put my words in it, talking about the vodka and the technology and how they're a lot alike. And then I put that into PowerPoint, and that's how I made that. And it was actually a relatively easy slide to make. Well, we're gonna get there, Daryl. We have to go through this.
Går du Oskar? Ja, her er jeg. Ja, så bra. Ok. Ja, hei du.
Daryl, you can
Ja.
hear yourself.
Ja, hva gjør du? Ja, det er det her. Ja, vil du sitte? Takk. Ja. Ja. Ja, så den, jeg har ikke fått gjort noen ting hele formiddagen. Ja, jeg beklager at det tar tid. Altså, så vi holder på å legge om til et helt tekst system, og da skal alle ha helt på en gang. Ja, så du kommer ikke inn i den, eller? Nei, den ligger der. Ok, har du forsøkt å åpne den? Ja, åpne den? Altså, hvis det hadde vært så enkelt, så hadde jeg jo ikke tilkalt helpdesk, hadde jeg vel? Nei, nei. Du ha lyst på en sånn? Nei, det skal være fort gjort. Det skal vi se. Du bare gjør der. Sånn. Ja, da er vi i gang. Ja, så langt kom jeg også. Ok. Men så stoppet det opp, og så var jeg redd for at noe av teksten skulle forsvinne, så jeg turte ikke å gå videre. Ja, ok. Nei, men du skjønner at inni her, så ligger det kanskje flere hundre sider med laget tekst. Så for å komme videre, så tar du tak i et ark, på den måten her, og så liksom drar du over på neste side, da fortsetter teksten der. Jeg blar, altså. Du blar, ja. Men når jeg skal tilbake, da? Ja, da bare blar du tilbake. Jeg tar tak der. Og der, så er du tilbake til den teksten du hadde seg. Ok, så den slutter der, og så fortsetter den der. Ok, men når jeg skal avslutte, hva gjør jeg da? Ja, bare slår du sammen permene. Ja, på den måten der. Sånn. Da er lukket der, ligger alt lagret inni der. Jeg risikerer ikke å miste noe av teksten. Men alt ligger lagret inni her nå, da. Du tenker du setter fyr på, eller ja, det er kanskje litt sannsynlig. Ja, ok. Nei, for det er noe med det, når du har holdt på med skriftruller, så tar det litt tid å konvertere seg og bla i en bøk. Ja, det er aldri gått over. Det er greit? Ja, men jeg vil før det går. Jeg skal bare gå inn en gang til. Altså, jeg åpner sånn, og så, hva du kaller det? Blar. Jeg blar. Ja, blar videre. Blar frem og tilbake. Og når jeg er ferdig, så bare lukker jeg den. Flott. Kjempefint. Ja, men luft. Nei, ikke sant? Nå er den sånn igjen, nå får jeg ikke åpnet den. Du har feil side. Du åpner fra andre siden. Det er ikke likegyldig, det, altså. Åpner fra den siden her. Sånn. Der nå. Ja vel.
That was for Gerald. Okay, Gerald, it's time to move out of the dark ages, okay? All right, these are three things that are on your computer. Sound recorder, movie maker, and PowerPoint. You have a PC, and you have Office. These are all going to be on there. And you can edit sound with sound recorder, although there's a free download Audacity that you can download, and that is much better. Movie maker is on your computer, but you can get Pinnacle, which is about $100, or PowerPoint. The government uses Station, which is in some ways better, in some ways not. Okay, let me show you some cool stuff. This was a trial I did, and this was very, very simple. Very, very simple slide. What was really important about this is there was a ton of marijuana in the trunk of this car, and I wanted to show that the cops had to punch the back lock out, because my guy didn't have the keys. And so putting this on the Elmo just, really wouldn't necessarily do it. But doing this, which is the exact same photo, I've just brought it out so the jury can see where it came from, you can totally see that the lock is punched. And that was a very, very easy slide to make. Oh, this is cool. Don't you think that's cool?
Yes.
I mean, it really just shows. He was, his trial was it wasn't charged with marijuana, it was felon in possession. The government forgot to prove he was a felon. Judgment of acquittal. And he's now on trial for a triple homicide that he allegedly committed a month later. Okay, so I have used this in a motion hearing, trial, sentencing. I haven't used it on appeal or post-conviction, but I can certainly envision a situation where you could do that. I have used it to impeach witnesses and cops, to summarize evidence, to show a transcript, and frankly, when the case is so goddamn bad, to entertain the jury. Motion hearing. This is a slide that my son made up. Your kids are better now, those of you who are old enough to have kids, are really good at this stuff. They can, it'll take them 5 minutes. But this is a situation where I just created hotspots so that I could show what you could see when you're inside that house, what it looks like when you look out the window. And so I just am clicking on a hotspot on it.
Did you have a program that created that graphic?
My son downloaded from the internet for free SketchUp. And he just did that. And then I input that in and created a hotspot, and which I will show you how to do. Here's another one. He did this for me, and then those little squares are hot spots. This was for a motion hearing that eventually went to trial, and I didn't know what order I needed to go, because PowerPoint is linear. If you create hotspots, you can go anywhere you want. So this was for a cross, and what was really important is the cop said that he looked in the front door and could see something in the living room. So I was going to establish, obviously, couldn't do that. So not knowing where we were going to go, someone yelled out of the room. Bathroom. Okay, I just created a hotspot, clicked on it, and you can see the bathroom.
That's something you can just do out of PowerPoint?
Yeah, that's totally PowerPoint. All right, someone yell out another room.
Bedroom.
Bedroom. And of course, you can put as many pictures in there as you want. For instance, in the hallway. But tons of pictures in there. Okay, so that's just something really cool you can do. And yell out questions if you have them. This is what a young lawyer in our office did for a motion hearing, trying to get the lineup suppressed. So she had the cop on the stand. It was really cute. It was her first time doing it, and she was very, very, very nervous. White male. Let's get rid of all of the white males. Age 20 to 25. Okay, we'll get rid of all of them that aren't white males that are not in the age range of 20 to 25. Because that was the description. No facial hair. We'll get rid of the guys with hair. Short cropped hair. We'll get rid of all the guys with long hair. All right, then tattoo on forehead. He was the only guy that had a tattoo on forehead. She didn't win, but she had fun.
And that was done with PowerPoint.
Yeah, totally in PowerPoint. This is like the easiest possible slide you can make. Okay, so how do we get this stuff into our computer? Well, let me tell you, first of all, at least with the U.S. attorneys, we get all of our discovery on disk. Do you guys get that? Yeah. Okay. Before trial, they will have all of their little exhibit stickers on their exhibits, and they will use those in their PowerPoints or in Sanction, which is the program they use. And so when they bring something up, it has the little imprint of officialdom on it, because it says Government Exhibit 1. But I had gotten them from the government before the little exhibit sticker goes on, so mine don't look official when they're up there. It's just not fair, right? Because I try to use as much of the government's evidence as I possibly can to make it our evidence, or take the sting out of it. So I want the ones with the little exhibit stickers on it. So what I do is, because this is what theirs looks like. You know, they'll have Government Exhibit 1. I want that sticker. So what I do is I make a motion orally for a disc of the government's exhibits, so I get the little stickers, or access to their computer during trial. How many times do you think I get that? No? Yeah, right. Or access to all the marked exhibits. And one trial, they said, okay, we'll stay in the courtroom while you scan it up. I said, okay, fine. I sent the law clerk up with a portable scanner and had the law clerk sit there and scan it all in, and finally they just said, oh, fuck it, and gave me the desk. So, but it was taking too long. Oh, you know what I forgot to bring? I forgot to bring my portable scanner to show you how cool it is to just scan it and you can get it right in. So I can't show you. All right, so bring a scanner to trial, which I didn't do. Okay. All right. Bring a scanner to trial because you want to be able to grab their evidence and put it right in and attack them.
This sample originates from FCI sandstone. Hey,
Hey baby, how are ya?
I miss you.
Oh man, I miss you too. I miss you so much.
I want you.
God, I want you to. Man, 30 years is just forever. I can't wait for that long.
It might not be so bad.
What do you mean?
Well, things could get better.
What are you talking about? Don't play with me. You know I love you, baby. I just don't have any more money. I
How
can't.
embarrassing it is to hear your own voice, though. But that's just a really cool way to go transcript, right? Yeah? You get the person who's talking right up there, you just put the words right over, it's easy. Alright. To impeach a snitch. This is something we set up for a lawyer who had never used technology, Gerald. And she was cross-examining a snitch. And he had called his girlfriend a whole bunch of times from the jail saying that he knew about the guns in the car. And that he put him there. But what he told the cops was they were our guy's guns, and our guy put them there. So she wanted to impeach him, but she didn't know if she would be able to complete the impeachment or if he would just admit it, okay? So she set it all up. She didn't know which of these she was going to play. We put a bunch of these on her computer. The jury didn't see this. It was just up on her computer. And when she got to the point where he wouldn't give it to her, she said, just clicked on the one she needed to play.
They went, as soon as they went, I say, man, I got guns in the van, you know what I'm saying? They went to the back and got both the gauges out of there.
And then she could go back. She continued her cross-examination. The guy said there weren't any kids in the car. She just went up to that.
They took the kids' diapers, shoes, all that shit.
Went back. And the next time she needed to impeach him.
I put myself in a situation by putting this shit in there, you know what I'm saying?
Good stuff, right? Really totally good stuff. Accessible, not that panic of, oh fuck, where is it? How do I get to it? What do I do? It's all right in front of her, all labeled, all marked. All she has to do is click on it. Not guilty. Because of these clips. Cool shit, huh? Cool shit, huh? Okay.
They went, as soon as they...
All right, so now how do we get this stuff in the computer? Well, the first thing I was going to show you, sound recorder. Sound recorder is, let's see if it's on this machine, because I'm using someone else's machine. Let's see, well, this will be interesting. All programs. Well, look, let me show you. I have never seen, this is not my computer. I took my thumb drive, put my PowerPoint on it, and put it in their computer. So I have never seen this computer. So, we'll see. We're going to go down here to, I'm going to search for sound recorder. Yeah, there it is. Shit. All right, well, on my computer, I have to look at, let's see. It should be. All programs, let's go all
I think it was just saying that because you don't have a microphone or some sort of input, that it won't launch it. 'Cause the program's on there
yeah.
when you search for the program. That's the issue, right?
Let's see.
Why don't you go to device manager and see if you can enable the,
Come here.
I
Get
don't
up here
know.
and show us how we're doing it.
No, well, you see,
Device manager,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see.
oh, okay, so maybe they just won't,
Maybe it isn't on there.
yeah.
Well, on my computer, if you go to programs, it comes up, and it's actually a really simple program. I suppose that they don't have Movie Maker on here either, which is too bad. But what you do to input sound is you go to that program, which is very simple, and you put this you put sound in PowerPoint? Okay, all right. So here we have a new slide. It's completely empty. Up on top, we have all our choices of what we're going to do. Insert. Sound. We'll go to desktop. Let's go to mine. Where's my removable drive? Audio clips. All right, let's do Rappers Delight. Okay, we just click on that. I have it play automatically. There it is. Slideshow. Now we're going back to our slideshow from current slideshow. All right, so see how easy that was? Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So say you don't want it to automatically go at the beginning of that slide.
Okay, there's a way to do that. I'm going to go to animation. I'm going to click on it. Go to animation. This is really an important one to know how to do because this is what makes it do all the fancy stuff. I go to animation. I go to custom animation. And then it's right here. This is what controls when things come in and how they come in. I'm going to go with, I have a choice, on click, with previous, that means when the slide comes up it goes automatically, or after something else. So if I want it on click, I do on click, then we go to slideshow, from current slide, and now I go over there. Now if I wanted to have something in this slide and have the music start after, we'll put something in the slide. Let's do shape. Square. Suppose it's really important that this comes up. Oops, sorry. This comes up. And what do we want the square to say? Someone yell something out.
Not guilty.
Alright, we're going to have this come in, and then we're going to have the music come in. So I'm going to click on this, and I want to animate it. So I'm going to go over here, add effect, entrance. I'm going to have it, now we have all sorts of choices as to how it comes in. We'll have it crawling. Okay. Now, this is where you choose the order of things to come in. Right now it's going to be song, and then the rectangle is going to come in after click, but I'm going to change that. So the rectangle is going to come in on a click, and the sound is going to come in immediately thereafter. All right? Sound good? Slideshow, from current slide. Nothing's up. You can actually hide that icon, but all right. Here we go. Now, to get to the slide. That, okay, Audacity. This is a sound one that I was talking about. This can do a lot more complicated stuff than Sound Recorder. And it's a free download right there. And this program is really cool because you get your whole audio in there, and you can take the middle out, you get rid of it, or merge two songs, or get rid of half of the song, or just get a part of the clip. And that's how we got the clips that I did before.
Is this free?
What? Yeah, totally free.
So Audacity's for sound editing.
Sound editing, exactly.
iTunes will do it too. It's a little tricky to do.
This is just such an incredibly simple program that it's just really nice to have.
Your PowerPoint.
The latest one, so, and I think it's the same as the one that they had. I think it's 07. Okay, how do we edit a sound clip? Well, I can't do it because I can't get there. to impeach a cop? Who wants to be our cop? Gerald! Okay. Officer, you testified on direct examination that Mr. Johnson was not intoxicated.
Yes. He was steady on his feet, he was able to answer my questions, and clearly understood his right.
Officer, that's Mr. Johnson?
Right here.
And that's you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, clearly, that's him.
Take your driver's license out of your wallet.
I like the alphabet story.
Stand up here. Stand over here. Place your hands on the tape. On here.
Now, how are you gonna impeach the cop with this if you don't have it set up like that? You can't do it. This is good stuff. You need this shit, right? Do you need this shit, Jared? All right. Okay. You know.
Andrew,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is impressive, and I love what you've done, but maybe this is because I'm old, but where do I go to learn how to do this?
Right
Not
here.
what it'll do, not the
Sure.
impact of it, but what button to push and when.
I'm gonna do that right here. I'm
All
just
right.
showing you what it can do, and then we're gonna show how to do it.
All right.
All right? Okay.
But I don't have a 16-year-old at home who can show me.
Okay. All right. We'll get there, darling. Okay. How do you get this into
All
the
right.
computer? Okay. Now I don't know how many of you still get your evidence like this. Very little. Okay. There's an easy way to do it. There's a machine that will convert it from this to a DVD. It's really simple. It's about, oh, I don't know, you can get it anywhere for like $100 or something. But you know, I tell people this and they look at me like, you still get things on cassette tape or VHS tape? No, I don't. But, or you can get what's called a video capture device, and you plug it into your VHS player, you put it into your computer, and it'll do it. And that's like $40 at Best Buy. Okay, so now, once we, and I can't show you how to edit a video clip because I don't think that they have Movie Maker. Which is too bad. Okay, no. Oh, shit.
No, cancel.
All right. It's not, we're not gonna get to show that, but it's, so the Movie Maker on your computer, you just bring the video in and it's very easy. Okay. I'm sorry I can't show it to you. I can show it on mine if you guys wanna see me later. I would happily show it on mine. Okay, how do we get, well, first of all, why do we wanna be able to do this? I'll show you. Not the whole tape, and you're like, I gotta get my part of the tape in, right? So we need to know how to do this.
Can I stop?
Yeah.
So if I go home and borrow my 14-year-old laptop, there is a program that I can go to that is a
Movie Maker. Yeah. I'll bring it up on mine, and then we'll just pass my computer around. Because it is. It's Gerald. Okay. Here's the program movie maker. I'm just gonna pass it around. If you just go, do you guys have your computers here? Okay, right here is, in fact, Gerald, I'm gonna walk you through this. Sit right here, and I'm gonna walk you right through this so everyone can see how easy this is.
Yes.
All right, now, we go to add video. Right up at the top, right, where it says add video. All right, now go to opening statement. Right here, this one, that one has some video in there. Double click on that. Pick any of those. Pick justice for all. Wait, no. Yeah, do justice for all. All right, so now you've got the movie in there, all right? Now suppose you... In a movie maker. This is movie maker. We are editing movies now. I'm sorry you guys can't see this, and it's probably really boring for you over there. If you want to come over and look. Now, all you just hit play right here in the middle button.
Your Honor, Mr. Thornton, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Arthur Kirkland.
Okay, click that again.
And I am the defense counsel.
Okay, suppose that's where you want it to stop.
Did you download these movie clips, or does it come with a set of just generic sort of clips?
I downloaded them.
Okay.
You can get a free downloader, YouTube downloader off of the internet. And you can then download anything off of YouTube. So it's called YouTube Downloader. So if you just Google YouTube Downloader, it'll say free download. And that's what you want to do. And then you can download anything from the internet or from YouTube Downloader. Okay, if you hit edit video right there, hit that where it says edit. And then you see this splice. Click on splice. That's, yes, splice, click that. All right, now you've cut this video into two. Now hit delete. Yeah, just delete. Now you have edited your video. That's how easy it is.
Does it work the same way for sound clips?
Yeah.
That you can just sort of splice the parts?
Exactly. It is so easy.
So, I mean, it breaks it down in a scene.
Yeah, yeah. So now
you.
it, because we just said, okay, we want it to go that far. Now play it again. Now go to that button and hit play. It's not the whole movie now. It's just this one scene.
Your Honor, Mr. Thornton, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Arthur Kirkland, and I am the defense counsel.
I need to learn this shit. Yeah. Gerald, I'll call you Monday.
No, that's right. Okay. Oh, and Audacity is totally cool. It's the same way. You get a line of sound, and you just say you want this much of it. You just get rid of that part, and you get rid of that part, and it's done. Okay, so here's this is a slide. This was a trial that I did. This is Government's Exhibit 1, and this is just to show. I didn't put this one in. They unfortunately did. The guy I was representing, who's on the left, who you can barely see, is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. You can see very little on this video except for here they are laying in bed, cat on the bed. This guy videotaped himself all of the time. And he pulls out his gun! It's the only thing you can see in the damn video.
Who took this video?
He did!
Me on the couch.
He took from that program, Technology in the Courtroom, but this was an actual trial I did. I just mocked up some fake stuff for the program. But this is real stuff. So my guy was charged with assaulting a guard. And this is the medical report for my guy, who they claim had a small amount of redness on his finger. Small abrasion on the elbow. This is for closing argument. There's his x-ray.
Now, is this still PowerPoint?
PowerPoint.
This
Totally
is,
PowerPoint.
this isn't case, none of that fancy shit, okay?
None of that fancy shit. Okay, let's make a slide, shall we, David? You want to make a slide?
I don't want to dominate you, teacher.
Come up here. Oh, and this is what they said, no further.
A volunteer from the audience.
Wash with water.
There is a difference between PowerPoint and trial director.
Yes, yes.
And do I need trial director? Or is it trying to sell it to me?
It is a very, very, very cool program, which I have on mine, which I'll show you later. Okay, let's see. All right, we are going to build a slide, and we're going to have it do really neat things. And David is going to do it. Okay. Here is, I'm going to a totally new one. All right, well, we've got a blank presentation.
Okay.
Kind of a blank slate. Okay. All right. What do we want this slide to do? What do we want to show to the jury?
Open with a picture.
Okay, we're going to put a picture in. So, David, I want you to go up to that.
I want a picture of the picture.
All right, well, let's hope I have one on my computer. Okay, go up to the top where it says Home Insert Design Animation Slideshows. You see those?
Opens up, what's there?
I want you to click Insert. Hit Picture. Now, we have go to Sample Pictures. Double click. And choose what you want. Maybe the picture could be the koala. Okay.
The women want koala bear, and the guys, okay, we'll take koala bear.
Click on that. Now go down. Look, now I want you to go to your slideshow. Slideshow. Click on that. Now go to From Beginning. Click on that. You have now made a PowerPoint slide.
That was also easy.
Okay, now I want you to hit Escape.
On the keyboard.
Yeah.
And completely
Okay, all right. Okay, now what do we want the koala bear to do? Oh, I know. Do we want it to, like, come out? We can do, like, maybe emphasize its little nose or eyeball.
Whatever feature you find
Okay.
fascinating.
All right, left click on it.
Left click on the koala.
Yeah, now I want you to right click. Right click brings up an index. All right, now you get right click on it.
I did too, right click.
Oh, you did. Okay, we want a copy.
Left click.
Now, right click. Now hit paste. Okay, now we have two. Now we're going to go up to Picture Tools, all the way on the top.
Picture, okay.
Click on that. Now go all the way to the right where it says Crop. Click on that. Right now, you're going to go to the upper left, right-hand corner and bring that down to an eyeball. Okay? And now bring the other corner up. Go to the eyeball. All right, now I want you to go take your cursor out of that little square area and left click. Okay, now you've taken it off of that. Now, want you to go to animation. Click on that. Go all the way to the right where it says add effect.
Add effect.
Yep, so go right, down, 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 down.
Okay.
Okay, and we want to go to exit. And go to more effects. And go down to fade. And hit OK. Okay, now move that eyeball so it matches the other eyeball. Left click on that. Just kind of see if you can get it. All right, now go up to slideshow, to the top. Okay, click on that. Go to the left there and click on from beginning. All right, now I want you to do the button, the little arrow button, right there. Click on that. Cool stuff, huh?
And then how do you zoom it?
Okay, hit escape. Okay, now go to add effects. And hit emphasis. And go grow. Click on that. All right. Now go to from beginning. Now hit that left button that I showed you. And hit it again. Easy, huh? Totally.
This is a much better way to learn this.
Yeah.
I mean, for you people young, how many people know how to do this shit?
Now we can.
So is it possible we could could somebody set up a class tomorrow where we all have our computers in front of us, and we have this up here, and somebody can show us how to do these things? Because, 1,000 words, this is bullshit. I like this.
Yeah.
Technology similar to federal.
No, they do it for CGA panel members too. So if any of you are on the CGA panel for federal,
I've taken this course and they didn't show us how to do that.
they must not have been the federal one.
It was the federal one. I know.
It's complicated as all hell, and they had everybody in there. We had a paralegal and.
Oh, yeah.
So I just repeat that, so I didn't do it. After a couple of instructions, I did this.
Yeah,
When you did the enlarging, can you control how big?
yeah. And that is right here where it says 150%. I can have it be tiny, I can have it be whatever I want. Okay, so very cool, thank you, David.
Andrea,
Yeah.
what's the minimum technology a courtroom would have to be able to do stuff like this? Because a lot of the courtrooms that we have are kind of sometimes.
Let me tell you, you need a screen or a white wall, right? You need a projector, which you can get it at Best Buy or off eBay for about, well, they're kind of expensive, like $500 maybe. And computer speakers if you're going to use sound. And that's it. That's absolutely it, yeah.
Sometimes I put together like PowerPoint, and the judge, when I came in, he said, no, you're not. You're not doing like closing argument with your PowerPoint. You're not showing like burden of proof. And I sit there and go, so, I mean, what do you do when you have situations like that?
Make an objection, so it's
Yeah.
on the record and say, this is what I wanted to do. And nobody, I can tell you this, nobody's ever going to let you write the word anywhere, burden of proof or reasonable doubt. You can argue them till the cows come home, but they do not want to see that word in it. I mean, they tell you, nobody ever defines it. The court never defines those words, and they won't let you do it.
Yeah.
As you go into creating one of these things, I mean, do you write down, a board where you have in your head ahead of time before you go into the computer, or you just go into the computer and winging it, and it comes together slowly but surely? I mean, what's your process?
I never write it down like that. But sometimes I go to the computer and play and robbery trial I was doing, and the teller testified that the bank customer and the bank robber were the same height.
At trial.
At trial, on direct examination, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm sitting there at my table with my computer, and I make this. When direct examination is going on, I made this for cross-examination. This is the bank customer. This is the bank robber. Because I wanted to emphasize that they're the same height. I wanted to emphasize the teller's testimony that they were the same height. And so I crossed her on it, and I went that far. Then the cop came on the stand, and, you know, this is totally inadmissible, but I thought, what the fuck? And I put his report in. And the prosecutor didn't object, but it's, you know, this is totally hearsay. This isn't admissible, but I thought, well, I'll try. Because it shows the bank customer's height is 6 feet. Now, why they put that in the report, I don't know, but they did. And my guy, 5'6". And so in closing argument, I played those first 2 slides, did this, and then these are from the bank.
Andrea, by the way, if you're impeaching, that's hearsay, you can impeach with it.
Well, you can hearsay, absolutely, I could do it orally, but I can't put the exhibit in as substantive evidence.
You couldn't enter it, but you can't show it during your conversation.
Oh,
with
absolutely.
each other. Yeah.
Absolutely, I can do that, but I wanted it in
You
evidence.
wanted evidence.
Because I wanted to show it. I wanted it up there, so I just put it in and left it out. And so then I just did this for closing. And this, as you can see, was a very easy slide to do because David did it. I mean, you did just put, this is just putting in pictures. I'll show you how you do text in a minute. And then here's the guy we blamed it on, and here are the pictures from the bank.
I don't know if I blow that too much bigger.
I know. That's why it's not that big, you know? That's why I kept it small.
Why did you get that guy?
Because he was seen with our guy, and so he was associated with him, and and the money was found where they were. So I had to pick him. I didn't have a choice. He was the one I had to pick. So, cool shit, huh?
You show us the hot spot.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so, it is a series of slides. Okay, this is just a series of slides. As you can see, that I have this slide, and then this slide which has the house picture in it. So when you go here, if you click on this, and you can see a picture of the actual house. So he did a really good job, didn't he?
Yeah.
All right. So what I did was,
Do you do that with a clicker, or do you actually have your mouse plugged into your laptop? So you've got a clicker to move slides, and you've got a mouse to hit your hotspots?
yeah, the mouse does the hotspots because you have to physically have your cursor on them. Okay, so what you do is you create what's called action buttons. So you can do it with a whole slide, or you can do just little areas. All right, so this is just a series of slides. So there's this slide, and there's this slide, right? Okay, I want to go from this slide to this slide, and I don't know what order I want to do it, so I created a hotspot right here. So maybe I'll just do a whole new slide. Let's just do that. That'll be easier. Just do that. Let's see. Home. New slide. Okay, we're going to put a picture in here, and we'll create a hotspot to go to another area. Insert. Picture. Let's see what I have on here. Let's photos. No photos. hotspots of these guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is copy, paste. I've created the exact same thing. I'm going to crop it down to this dude right here. All right, copy that. Here, the slide. Paste it. Okay, so now I've got this guy alone here. I want to go from here. I want to go from here to, so I can click on whichever guy I want to, right? So I'm going to create an action thing on this guy right here. Insert. Alright, so action buttons are, this is a total. Down. Alright, so we'll just do that. Okay, so now it's asking me where I want to go to. And here it's just the next slide, but you can put any slide number down, okay? So I'm hyperlinking to the next slide. Okay, so now, we're on slideshow from current slide. So here, officer, and then there was an older guy, yeah, here I am, nearly 50, I'm calling that guy older. But there's an older guy who was absolutely different than all the other guys. Let's go to him. Click on that. And that brings us directly to that slide. And then I could do a hotspot here. Insert.
Is hotspot, is that your word or is that the word within the program? Is that what the
That's my
program?
word. It's hyperlink. To previous slide. Okay, so now I can go between these slides. And I can do this with all of them. So I can click from this slide, and I could have it on each one of these guys. I can click from that, I can get to this guy, and then I can get back to that other slide. So that's how you do it.
But if you do the regular forward from this slide?
It would go to that one only because it's the next one, but suppose I had a series of 6, it would just go to this one if I just did the click. You know what I mean? Suppose I wanted to put this, suppose I put this slide down here.
Right.
If I don't hyperlink it, then it's going to go to the next slide in my series. But if I hyperlink it, it will go to the exact slide I want. Okay?
So if you don't want to have, say you just want to have the hotspot, like independently take you to the shot, the close-up shot of the old guy from the front, could you hyperlink, that to another PowerPoint?
Absolutely. If you wanted to go from this slide to, say, your 34th slide, I can do And slide, nothing's on there. Crime occurred, 6:18. Guy arrested, 6:21. And you can change the color of that so you can see it better. But see how easy that was? Yeah.
Can you give us your thoughts on what might be, what's good for emphasis and what's too distracting from what you're saying?
Okay.
Basically what the balance is, what your perspective on the balance is.
Well, let me, this is across, well, I think that if you got a point that it is best shown by this stuff, it's absolutely valid to do. If it's just fluff, if you have nothing else, and I'm going to show you a point where that was the case, why not? Because, you know, you have nothing else, you got to have some time filler. But if it's not serving a purpose, yeah, David.
Do you find that, what is more effective with the jury? Your argument or the PowerPoint?
I do them both. And there are times when I use absolutely no technology at all. There was one trial I did not too long ago that it was really important how a series of 9mm shots sounded. I downloaded it from YouTube, series of 9mm shots. Just boom, 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 boom. And I just played that and then started my closing. So, and that's perfectly legit to do because that's...
So if you're doing an argument and you only have like 5 or 6 slides on one issue,
Yeah.
that is effective. You're saying
Absolutely.
that can be effective, just to emphasize that one issue. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is a slide we did for a closing argument, and this was a bank robbery, and the government put in the bank robbery note, and they also collected for Billy Love's cell some writings he had done. They put that in evidence as well, but then they never called the handwriting expert to say, and the handwriting expert would have said that it was written by the same person, right? So, but they never called her to testify. I don't know why. And so this is what we did for closing argument. It doesn't take a handwriting expert to see that the bank robbery note and Billy Love's writings were not written by the same person. It doesn't take an expert to see that, say, the word all is very different from the word all in Billy Love's writing.
And by very, you mean a little bit different.
Okay, yeah, but you know, let me tell you something. Okay, so, you know, you can write off that. Just wait, Miss Skeptic. I got another word I found that was a little different. See, look at it. It doesn't take a handwriting expert to see that one H is slanted and one is not. A point and a round, and a big loop, and a little loop.
And the arrow and the loops are shapes that were just in the PowerPoint, and you pull them out and stick them there.
You did this slide, David. Because you put in a picture, and these writings are pictures, and you blew up a portion of it. And
Right, you just did.
Yeah, you already made this slide. And unfortunately, unfortunately, they found the money in his pocket, so that was really good. All right. I'm going to show you here's one I did. These are not the real pictures. This was a bank robbery, and Michelle Matthew would go into the bank. This was her 5th bank robbery at the time. Would go into the bank and say, "He's going to kill me if you don't give me the money." Okay, so we were going to go to trial on it until the judge let in the 404B evidence, which were the other 4 bank robberies in which she said, "He's going to kill me if you don't give me the money." So what I had thought of, this is a case in which I thought way in advance of trial what I would do for the trial, because there was a guy that we were blaming it on. But then we pled guilty. But I made this for a technology talk anyhow, and I took my nanny's photos of when she was young. Michelle's are very similar but I didn't want to display the shell to a group of people, so I used my name. In every life, there is a moment. A moment.
Hot nanny.
Yeah. Homecoming, please. A moment that alters the course of one's life. And that moment came when she met this man. Beat her and abused her and forced her at gunpoint to not let me. Okay, so I was reading the paper about a month ago, and it said, 40-year-old woman goes in, arrested for going in the bank and giving them a bank robbery note that said, give me the money or he's going to kill me. It was Michelle again. She'd gotten out of prison, and about a week later, robbed the bank. And I knew just reading it, she hadn't been arrested yet, but they said a bank robbery occurred, and she used this bank note. And I said, oh, Michelle! And it was. I represent her again. 6 bank robbery. All right, let's see. Oh, what can you use? Okay, this is anything that's in evidence you can use. Anything you could have used before. If you could have written it on the board, you can write it and have it come up here. If you could hold the picture up, you could put it up here. You can use anything that's admitted into evidence. And this is my personal favorite. Anything you can get away with. If you are fluid with this stuff and you don't fumble around, you can get it in, most likely, because the judge will be interested, the jury will be interested. This makes it not boring. And if you are fluid, I mean, I have never once been prevented from doing anything with this stuff, ever. I'm going to show you the first time I did it right now. This is the very first time I used this. In a motion hearing, in sentencing, in a trial. It was in a trial. And this is how I started my closing argument. I can tell you that my whole office came up to watch this because they knew what I was going to do. And I thought, well, I'll either be able to do it or, well, we'll see. So, and they also told me I couldn't dance. Bringing a woman across state lines for immoral purposes. Little Mann Act. Used to be with him. Oh shit! The music didn't play. Oh, my big build-up, and the music didn't play.
Oh, I think I have this exact case.
Do you?
Yeah,
You know,
I would like to borrow this.
I think I have to re-input my music, so I'll show you how you do that. Inserts. Sound. And it is Rapper's Delight. Okay. You want it to come in automatically. Okay, that one is not working. No, let's see. Comes in after. sort of the accoutrement of pimpery was really part of his rappery. And, all right, he had a video that they seized during the course of the search warrant.